You're living together in the apartment and you're splitting the bills. And at some point, you have this altercation and you decide to walk out. Was this your excuse, sir?
No, basically when you were reading her complaint, there's some truth mixed in there with some...
Always some truth.
Right.
So let's hear from you.
Yes.
You move in together and you're friends, correct?
Right, we were colleagues, we worked together, and I mean, we hadn't known each other for very long. We spent some time doing some hiking and talking. He was going through a difficult time, and I had been a life coach before, so I was trying to actually help him with some of the difficulties that he was going through as a friend. I had lost a lover of a year and a half to suicide the year before, and a nephew to suicide the year before that, so depression was a very serious thing, and I was just concerned about him. So we kind of developed a friendship over that. The topic of the roommate thing came up. You know, he was going through a difficult time, and I thought I could help him. And because of the furlough, and also because I have chronic lymphocytic leukemia, I had requested reasonable accommodations to work from home because I'm at high risk for COVID. They denied that, and then I was laid off. So for me, it was a financial benefit.
It's a financial benefit to you, and at the same time, you felt that you were doing him a service by being there for him as a life coach.
Correct. Well,
So far, is that true, all of this?
Yes.
Closer to
Okay,
that.
that's true.
very close to true, up to that
That's
point,
the true
yes.
part of your complaint so far,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So now you kind of got this relationship going. You moved to this apartment. It's a 3-bedroom apartment, and you're saying that he seems to want to take over the common areas?
He had been spending a lot of time at his girlfriend's during the week, and then he would come home during the weekend with his daughter. And at that point, I noticed behaviors such as when he walked in the door, if I was in the common space, he would beeline for the remote control, not even set anything down or take his shoes off. He'd just go to the remote control and grab it, thinking, you know, maybe I was going to be, you know,
Well, don't
get
guess
to
what
the
you
remote.
think he was doing. He went in,
Right,
he
so
sat
that's
down.
what I
You weren't
observed.
watching TV, or you were?
At that moment that I observed that, I was not watching TV at that time.
I mean, this
But
sounds pretty trivial. You weren't watching TV. He goes for the remote
No, I
control.
don't-
He sits there. He's watching TV. Probably
what-
turned to sports.
Well, basically, I would spend a lot of time in my room. I would come out to have meals. I would eat while I watched.
But he didn't ask you to do that.
No, I didn't mind doing that.
So-
what I minded is when I was out in the common space, he would do things to basically drive me out of the space. I didn't ask them to watch anything particular.
Okay, so I'm going to stop you. He
Okay.
did not pay rent for what month?
He didn't pay for March.
Okay, so March, he would have owed you $12.25 for the full month, but apparently you didn't stay the full month. How long did you stay?
Well, I didn't stay at all. I moved out as soon as he did, but we had the lease until the 15th.
You
or
were
16th.
responsible till the 15th.
Right.
I paid for the month of February.
But you didn't pay for March.
No, and I had moved out by approximately February 10th.
Did he move out in the middle of February?
Not the 10th. It was the middle, which is when we gave our notice, and I moved out the next day.
What you owe her and what you owe your landlords are two separate issues sometimes.
That's the truth, and I haven't really had any contact from the landlord. I don't know if she settled the score with them, so I don't know them
Well,
anything.
then you chose then to be ignorant on this fact, because if in fact she was responsible and you were still on the lease and you
Yeah.
were still there, you would be responsible for that portion of your rent. But
that's-
you're saying she constructively evicted you because
Right.
you were basically forced out. So tell me how you feel she constructively evicted you.
Okay, so from the beginning, it was an awkward situation. She owns a lot of belongings. I helped her for about 5 evenings in a row, about 4 hours per evening, just to move belongings from one apartment, her old apartment, into our new apartment. Nearly every square inch of this 1,300 square foot apartment was covered in her stuff. It was like a lot of stuff.
Did you bring any furniture or property into the apartment?
Minimal, yes. I had a mattress on the
Where
floor.
did you come from?
I had been renting a room in Escondido, and she actually helped me move my stuff too one day.
So she came from, where did you come from to move?
A
How many-
one-bedroom apartment in the same complex.
How many rooms?
One.
How much could she have had in one room?
I believe she also not only moved all her stuff from that one-bedroom apartment, which was packed from floor to ceiling, but also from storage areas too. In fact, I went with her to storage areas to pick up more stuff to bring into the
How
three-bedroom
come
apartment.
two people, you're going, no, he never went with you to a storage
Oh, I did. At her,
facility? Did you?
I can tell you where. It was.
I might have picked up a few items like a fan or
Okay,
something.
so you did go to a
But
storage facility. Okay.
But I wasn't
Okay.
saying no, I didn't go. I was,
Okay.
And then-
I was just wanted to clarify
Everybody.
that it was just like a
Enough.
couple items. Sorry.
Okay, and the constructive eviction came about, I believe, as a ruse, because she had purchased a condominium in Mexico where she intended to move, and she just told you she moved out the day after I moved
Come on.
out.
That doesn't mean anything.
Well, it does, because she had motive. It's just motive. She wanted me out. She wanted to leave me
Let me
holding
stop you now.
Okay.
Why would she have motive to
Yeah.
force you out so that she'd be stuck on the lease if she had another place to go? That makes no sense.
Okay, well, just facts then. She had already purchased another home
Okay.
in the middle of our lease.
That's not true.